Oh, yeah. Whoa. Nope. Yep. I'm all right. Whew. It's a bit dug out right here.
A little bit.
Let's do it. I think this hooks right back up with white spar somewhere. Whoa! Danger. Yeah. I bet this gets ridden a lot, being so close to town.
You ever get that itch in your brain that needs to be scratched? That craving for adventure and excitement that makes your fingers and toes tingle? Bikers know what I'm talking about. It's that yearning for the unknown, for the challenge to overcome, and that feeling at the end of the trail, knowing the only way you got through it was your skills, your wit, and your will. Now every time Bryan and I are out cruising, running down some dusty old dirt roads, sure, it's plenty of fun. We get that feeling of our tires skipping around, goosing the throttle around corners, and letting your ass slide out a little bit. Our senses are tuned to the max. All the time we are feeling the bike twitch this way and that, avoiding the random rocks that kick out your tire and surprise the heck out of you. And all the while we'll be constantly looking on the sides of the road for that elusive single track. Now, dirt roads are fun and all, but let me tell you what, single track is where it's at. You've got your dirt roads that any old truck can fit down. You've got your quad track or 50-inch trail that's good for razors, quads, and some old Jeeps. And then you've got your single track that only those with two wheels are going down, or the occasional horse, hiker, or mountain biker. Single tracks offer so much more fun in my opinion, because like Mama always said, life is like your random single track. You never know what you're gonna get. Now what did Mama mean by that? Well, some are smooth, fast and flowy, and some are excruciatingly difficult, technical, and a slow-going struggle. And the thing is, at least here in Arizona, none of them are rated. So the only way to know what you're getting into is to just plumb get into it. This here's Trail 107, which Bryan and I had never run before, but turned out to be relatively easy with only a couple of tricky obstacles. This was also a pretty short one. We were through and out the other end in less than 15 minutes. We found this one after running Trail 129 about a half hour earlier that day. Y'all can check that out in the previous video. We had been riding now for a few hours and were fairly tired by this point, but I checked the map and it showed we'd be going right by this trail on the way back to the road, so why not check it out and see what kind of trouble we could get ourselves into before cruising slab back to the trucks. Bryan took point on this one, leading me into the unknown. Plus, if we run into trouble, I'd rather let him die first and warn me of what's to come. Just kidding, Bryan. I've always got your back, brother. The truth is, Bryan is a skilled rider and sets a pretty good pace.
Here I come. Nope. Yep. I'm all right. Whew. It's a bit dug out right here. All right. Yeah. Let's see if this bitch will start. Yeah. 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 Whew. I'm good. A little loose.
I'm all for riding a new single track when I'm on my own, but riding with a buddy into the unknown is much wiser. We'll often help each other out when we fall or get hung up, and we'll warn each other to stay right or left at certain tricky parts. Of course, this only works when you've got intercoms. When I'm alone, I often turn around when I get wadded up on an obstacle, instead of continuing on to find the next one. I've gotten in way over my head out there alone, and I'm no Graham Jarvis. There's nothing worse than having no communication when you get jammed up. And when you're alone and late for supper, your wife starts to worry. But when you're with a buddy, the odds of you both running off the same cliff are much less, and you can help each other out. So Bryan and I almost always cowboy up and get after it together.
Gotta be 89. Huh. Maybe this links up to another dirt road and then to 89.
Both single tracks we ran on this day were on the map, sanctioned by the Forest Service. But we love checking out those randos we come across out in the wilderness. Once you know what to look for, you'll start finding the secret trails, and these are almost always the most fun. A lot will be merely a game trail or a cow path that will lead nowhere, but some were run in by some fool that thought, I bet I can ride through here and connect to where I want to be. Then they ride it a few times, dig out the weeds and grass, maybe snip a few branches, and presto, you've got a secret trail waiting to be discovered by us backroad explorers. And these are almost always in nicer condition because they haven't been dug out and torn up by countless riders. But they're also often tough to follow. All the while, Mother Nature is trying to reclaim what's hers, getting the weeds and the trees to cover back up that hidden gem. Now, blazing a new trail through the forest is not exactly legal, so either stick to the ones marked by signs, or don't let old Ranger Rick catch you out there. That itch has to be scratched, like getting that spot in the middle of your back that you just can't reach. Like that craving for one more chew when your can of Skull just ran dry. Getting through the trail is as satisfying as chicken pot pie after a long, cold day of work. But that satisfaction won't last. The hunger for the unknown and yearning for a fresh challenge will return. And the more you ride, the quicker that itch comes back. Sometimes when I'm sitting at my desk in the middle of the week, I find myself studying the forest map, scouring Google Earth for signs of a trail, when I should be populating another spreadsheet. But I have to work to earn my check, and to pay for my life and my hobby. After all, this is America. We're all free, but we have to work hard for what we want. But that itch is ever present, like a foxtail in my sock that only a good single-track trail can pluck out. So I enjoy and savor it while I'm out on the trail, and when I'm not, I'll be dreaming of the next adventure. Ride safe, everyone. Keep the rubber parts down, and I'll see you on the trail.
I think that's another dirt road. Oh, I'm like in a canyon. I almost went right. Oh, I think so. We're going in. Going in the canyon. All right, now I think we go left. Hell yeah.